Hi students, welcome back to my channel Get in Bio World. If you like my videos, please like करें, share करें और subscribe करें. So students, our next topic is cell organelles, centrosomes and centrioles. Now centrosome is an organelle usually containing two cylindrical structure. See these two cylindrical structure which is present in the centrosome, and this is called as centrioles. This cylindrical structure is called centrioles. Now they are surrounded by the amorphous. Amorphous means not particularly defined shape and paracentriolic materials. अभी कैसे होता है amorphous in nature and paracentriolic materials. Both the centriole in a centrosome lies perpendicular to each other, has an organization like cartwheel, means it look like a perpendicular and looks like a cartwheel, has an organization like a cartwheel, has a cartwheel. They are made up of 9 evenly spaced peripheral fibrils of tubulin. Means the centriole consists of the 9 peripheral fibrils of tubulin. Each peripheral fibril is a triplet. Means each fibril is a triplet. Means they are in 3 form, and they adjacent triplets are also linked. Means these triplets fibrils, which is tubulin like structure, are in the form of triplets and they get linked with each other. And the central part of the centriole is also a proteinaceous and called the hub, which is connected with the tubules of the paraphyllal triplets by radial spoke made up of protein. Means अभी centriole का central part है and it is a proteinaceous in nature, and this proteinaceous nature center is called as the hub, which is connected to the tubules of peripheral triplets. Means this hub is present which is proteinaceous nature, and this hub is connected by the 9 peripheral tubulin fibrils of tubulin, which is attached by a radial spoke, and this radial spoke is made up of protein. Now these centriole form the basal body of the flagella and cilia. These are the cilia and the flagella, which is outerly connected to the which is connected with the help of this cell membrane, and inside the cell membrane the centriole is present and it forms the basal body. Here is the basal body of the cilia and flagella is present. So, and it also spindle fibers that give rise to the spindle apparatus during the cell division of animals. Now our next cell organ is the nucleus, which is a most important organelle. Now this nucleus is the cell organelle, first of all discovered by the Robert Brown in 1831. Later, the material of the nucleus stained by the basic dyes was given the name chromatin by the Fleming. First, it is discovered by the Robert Brown in 1831, and after this, the nucleus material is get stained by the some basic dyes, means colors, some basic colors they get absorbed and they get stained, and that's why their name is given a chromatin by the biologist Fleming. The interphase nucleus, means the stage at which the cell is not dividing, is called as the interphase nucleus, has highly extended and elaborate nuclear protein fibers called the chromatin. At this stage, which stage? Interphase nucleus stage, the fiber, highly or elaborate nuclear fiber, protein fiber is present, is called as the chromatin. Nuclear matrix and the one or more spherical bodies called nucleoli, or singular form is called as the nucleus. At the interphase nucleus, the cell contain different organelles. First, chromatin, which is nuclear protein fibers, nuclear matrix, and one or more spherical bodies, which is called as the nucleoli, and nucleoli is also called as singular form nucleolus. Now all these are these nucleus parts. See, this is the structure of the nucleus, and it consists of the nucleolus in center, and this nucleolus, around this nucleolus the nucleoplasm is present, and this is covered by with the help of this membrane, which is called as the nuclear membrane. And on the nuclear membrane nuclear pore is present. So this is the complete structure of the nucleus. So we will see in detail. Now, electron microscopy has revealed that the nuclear envelope, which consists of two parallel membranes with a space between 10 to 15 nanometer. In the electron microscopy, nuclear envelope, it is a two parallel membrane, means it is covered by the two parallel membrane, and with a space. These two parallel membrane having the some space which is 10 to 15 nanometer, called the perinuclear space. This space is present between two membrane is called as the perinuclear space, and it is 10 to 15 nanometer, and it forms the barrier between the materials present inside the nucleus and that of the cytoplasm. Means this membrane, nuclear membrane, or it is a two parallel membranes is present, and this two parallel membrane, it is having the space which is called as the perinuclear space, which is 10 to 15 nanometer in size, and it forms the barrier means hurdles form means rukavat for the materials which is present inside the cell or outside the cell, means inside the nucleus, and outside the nucleus means cytoplasm, and it do not transfer the materials from outside to the nucleus and inside to nucleus to the outside the nucleus, and that's why it acts as a barrier. The perinuclear space. The outer membrane usually remains continuous with the endoplasmic reticulum. Outer membrane continuous from the endoplasmic reticulum and also bears ribosome on it, and on this outer membrane some ribosomes are present, and that's why at the number of places the nuclear envelope it is interrupted by the minute pores. This is the outer two nuclear membrane, but at some places this is get interrupt with each other. See, at some places they get interrupt with each other and form the minute pore. क्या form करेगा ये? Minute pore. And how it form the minute pore, which are formed by the fusion of two membrane. These two membrane get fused with each other and they form the minute pore. Minute means a small, pore means a hole. Small holes form on the nuclear envelope. These nuclear pores are passage through which movement of RNA and protein molecule takes place in both directions between the nucleus and the cytoplasm, and this pore act as a passage through which movement of the RNA and protein is occur in both direction, means inside the nucleus to the side outside the cytoplasm, and from outside cytoplasm to the inside the nucleus, and means in both direction the RNA and protein get moves easily. So these normally there is only one nucleus per cell. Normally the cell contain only one nucleus, but there are variations of the number of nuclei are also frequently absorbed. We frequently variations is also getting observed by the scientists, means more than one nucleus is present inside the cell. Some mature cell even lack the nucleus. Even some cell lacks the nucleus. Example, erythrocyte of many mammals. What is erythrocyte? Means RBC, red blood cells. Inside these red blood cells of many mammals, it lacks the nucleus. And sieve tube cells of the vascular plants. Vascular plant consists of these sieve tube cell, and these sieve tube cells lack the nucleus. In some cell single nucleus is present, in some cell more than one nucleus is present, and in some mature cells they lack the nucleus. So the nuclear matrix or the nucleoplasm contain the nucleolus and the chromatin. The nucleoli are the spherical structure present in the nucleoplasm. These nucleoli are the spherical in nature, means rounded in nature, and it is present inside the nucleoplasm. Yes, this is the nucleus, and this nucleus is filled with the nucleoplasm, and this nucleoplasm consists the nucleoli, and it consists the nucleoli. So the content of the nucleolus is continuous with the rest of the nucleoplasm. Means complete content जो होता है nucleolus का, it is only rest with the nucleoplasm, but it is not membrane bound structure, and it does not flow up to the membrane, nuclear membrane. It is the site for active ribosomal RNA synthesis. In nucleoli, the ribosomal RNA synthesis is site, activation site, and larger and more numerous nucleoli are present in the cell actively carrying out protein synthesis. And some larger and more nucleoli which have been actively carrying out the protein synthesis. So you may recall the interface of the nucleus has the loose and indistinct network of nucleoprotein fibers, which is called chromatin. In the interface nucleus, means in which the nucleus is not divided, at this time the loose and indistinct, means loose means not completely fixed, and indistinct means not properly defined, network of the nuclear protein fiber is present, which is loose and indistinct. This loose and indistinct network of nucleoprotein fiber, which is called chromatin, इसको बोलेंगे chromatin, what we call chromatin. But during the different stage of the cell division, cell shows structural chromosome in place of the nucleus. Now these chromatin contain the DNA and some basic proteins. These chromatin, which is the indistinct and the loose in nuclear protein fibers, and this contain the basic proteins and some DNA, and these basic proteins is called as the histones, and some non-histone protein is also present inside the chromatin, and also RNA is present. So a single human cell has approximately 2-meter long thread of DNA distributed among its 46 chromosomes. These 46 chromosomes having into a 23 pairs. These 46 chromosomes is divided into a 23 pairs. So this long thread of the DNA, it consists of the 23 pairs of the chromosome, means it total 46 chromosomes. Every chromosome essentially has a primary restriction or the centromeres, on the side of which disc-shaped structure called kinetochores are present. And this chromosome essentially has a primary constrictions or the centromer, on the side of which disc-shaped structure is present. These chromosomes look like this, and this type of structure is called chromosome, and at this type the kinetochore is present. See in figure, this is the structure of chromosome, this is the kinetochore. Now our next is, based on the position of the centromeres, the chromosome can be classified into 4 different types. We will see in detail through the figure. This is the 4 different types of the chromosomes, and these types depend on the basis of the position of the centromer. This chromosome is divided into 4 types on the basis of the position of centromer. See, this center is the centromer, and on the basis of this position of the centromer, the chromosome is divided into 4 types. Now we will see one by one 4 types of the chromosome. See, number 1, the metameric. This is the metameric chromosome, has middle forming 2 equal arms of the chromosome. Means, see, this is the metameric chromosome, and inside this centromer is present at the middle side, and it forms the 2 equal chromosome, and it is called as the metacentric chromosome. So our next type is submetacentric chromosome. It has a centromer near to the one end of the chromosome, resulting into one shorter and one longer arms. See in figure, this is the submetacentric structure of the chromosome, and inside this centromer is present at the one side more. That's why the one shorter and one longer arm of the chromosome is get distributed. That's why it is called as the submetacentric chromosome. Now next one is the acrocentric chromosome. So students, in case of the acrocentric chromosome, the centrome is situated close to its end, forming the one extremely short and one very long arm. See, whereas the telocentric chromosome has the terminal centromer. See, this is the acrocentric, and the telocentric is the last two chromosome types. This is the last two types of the chromosome, telocentric and the acrocentric, and it formed in this the centroma is present near to the end, and it formed the one short arm and the one very long arm, very short arm and the one very long arm. That's why all these are the four types of the chromosome which depend on the position of the centromer. See, now our next topic is about the centromer. Sometimes a few chromosomes have a non-staying secondary constriction at a constant location. Sometimes a few chromosomes containing the non-staining part, and it non-staining part is the secondary constriction at the constant location, and this gives the appearance of the small fragment which is called the satellite. See, this is the figure, and inside this figure some secondary constriction is present which is a non-color or non-staining in nature, and this is called as the constriction. Secondary constriction is called as the satellite. Now our last topic is the microbodies. These microbodies, in which many membrane bound minute vesicles called microtubules, means very minute membrane bond structure is present. This is the membrane structure, and this membrane is minute vesicles like structure is present, which is called as the microtubules, that contain the enzymes are present in both plant and animal cells. These microtubules present in both plant and animal cells. So students, this is our last video of the lesson number 8 of cell, the unit of the life. So if you like my videos, then please like करें, share करें और subscribe करें.